Hey everyone, my name is Lyndon Brathwaite, founder of Apache Consulting and co-founder of Sales and Profession Limited. And what I want to do, I just want to share a little bit as to my interaction with Charlene and as to why I think that she's such an excellent person and a resource as it relates to helping folks get to where they need to be. Now, I've known Charlene for maybe just over 5 years, all right? And my first interaction with Charlene was one where I was actually inspired by the way that she delivered her program while I was still working at a corporate institution. And from there, we just continued connecting. So she was maybe one of the first people that I saw that I felt, okay, seeing Charlene do this, I felt a little bit more comfortable that that is exactly what I wanted to do. From there, not too long after, I would have moved on from that corporate institution and gone out on my own to become the consultant. And making that shift was a pretty daunting thing, as most of us will actually know, because of the fact that you're now moving from a sheltered area where you're out there into the open. And one of the biggest things that I dealt with was imposter syndrome. Right, I had a lot of imposter syndrome as it relates to who would take me seriously, being an entrepreneur, who knows Lyndon Brathwaite. I even had real challenges when it came to pricing myself and my services properly with customers. I mean, you name it. Those are the things that I was kind of afraid of because I felt that I wasn't ready to deliver the way I wanted to deliver, the way I felt inside to deliver. And strangely enough, I was having a conversation with Charlene and a client, and Charlene helped me identify what that was. At the time, I didn't know it was called imposter syndrome. And Charlene indicated that, Lyndon, what you're dealing with is something called imposter syndrome, and it is a whole lot of fear. But of course, I had to now go through the process of overcoming that. And I enrolled into one of Charlene's programs that spanned, I think it was over 2 or 3 months. And I must say that that is one of the main reasons I am where I am right now, because there's a saying that I normally teach people where I say 50% of every solution is identifying as to what the problem is. And Charlene helped me identify the problem. And from identifying the problem, we started to, she had her program was structured in such a way where it was really a step-by-step guide as to dealing specifically with the things that you overcame. She's sharing some of her own experiences because, of course, she has been doing what she's been doing for a long time, and really helping us, not just me alone, everyone that was actually in that group, really identify and work towards overcoming what that was. And since that time to now, I've really been able to use a lot of those messages. 2 things that I remember. One is the name of the program, meaning show up. So I learned that I had to show up, and it's also the name of a WhatsApp group that I love. And the other one is that I am enough. Because when you're dealing with imposter syndrome, you think that you're not adequate enough to deliver. You start doubting yourself as to whether I can do this. And I think that is one of the main things that I took away from the program, where Charlene really reiterated to you guys, listen, you are enough, but you have to also show up. And that has really been a real drive towards my success between that time to now. And then Charlene is also very, very good at building communities. So within the WhatsApp group and the things that she would normally share in the areas of motivation, we all know how splendid conversations over coffee is. So I just wanted to share that. I want to say, Charlene, thank you for everything that you've been able to do and share online and offline in terms of our conversations. And I really do encourage anybody that's dealing with imposter syndrome and you're wondering as to how to go about doing it, or you're looking for someone to have a conversation with, reach out to Charlene. She is maybe, to me, one of the best people that you can talk with about imposter syndrome and showing up and believing in yourself to know that you are enough to deliver in relation as to your customers and achieve your goals, your growth, and everything else. So Charlene, thank you again. And, all the best as it relates to the things that you're trying to achieve, that you're working towards achieving. All right? Peace.